similar molecule of cyclophane. It is supraphane, where it is having bonding between all the 6 carbons of the benzene ring with all the 6 carbons of this benzene ring. It is what is called supraphane. This is called supraphane. Supraphane is a very stable molecule, so it cannot be reduced. It cannot be reduced. Of course, when it is treated under photochemical conditions, it leads to alpha cleavage, but you try to predict the product when I give an additional reagent of this kind. You know well why this compound is used in the reaction, right? So you predict the product. I have already explained this isomerization product, where a cis compound can be isomerized to trans compound. Here it is a trans ring junction. When it is treated under photochemical condition, it will be rearranged to cis ring junction. So this is called isomerization. This is also possible when it is undergoing alpha cleavage, nothing but type 1 cleavage, Norris type 1 cleavage. So when we pass light, it will undergo excitation, and because of that excitation, it will lead to alpha cleavage here. So when it is giving an alpha cleavage here, it is giving this radical. Now there will be a pseudo equilibrium process where initially the methyl group is above the plane because of this pseudo equilibrium process. Now what it will do, it will go to below the plane so that it becomes cis. Then again they'll recombine. These two radicals will again recombine. Okay. So in isomerization reaction, generally what happens, they'll undergo alpha cleavage, then they'll change their stereochemistry, then again they will undergo recombination to give the same product but with isomerized double bonds, cis 2 trans, or isomerized substituents. So that means substituents change their phase. If it is above the plane before reaction, it will be below the plane after reaction. So something like this. So this is what is called isomerization. In Norris type 1 reactions, there are variety of products possible. See, in this case, when it is treated under photochemical conditions, of course, it is giving an alpha cleavage. It is undergoing an alpha cleavage here to generate this carbonyl radical plus alkyl radical, but when we have a hydrogen radical, then there is also a possibility for this alkyl radical to pick up this hydrogen radical so that it becomes an alkane, plus the generated radical here will undergo combination with this radical, so it generates a ketene. It generates a ketene. So a variety of reactions are possible under Norris type 1 mechanisms. I'll give you two more examples for Norris type 1 where we can see different product formations. When this molecule is treated under photochemical conditions in benzene solvent, it is giving around 90% of the product. Now it undergoes an alpha cleavage. It undergoes an alpha cleavage here, but see, this hydrogen is sterically proximate to the oxygen. So the oxygen radical generated will easily, I'll give the product. Maybe I'm giving you some wrong predictions. First, I'll write the product so that you can easily understand what is happening here. Yeah. Now, when it is undergoing alpha cleavage, it is a bridged system. When it is undergoing alpha cleavage, it gives a fused ring system like this. CO radical, and of course another radical is there. Now the hydrogen on this carbon, it will be picked up by carbonyl so that it becomes aldehyde, and there will be a bond formation between these two carbons, so that generates a double bond. Okay, so when it is undergoing alpha cleavage, the carbonyl radical will pick up the hydrogen so that it becomes aldehyde, and there will be a bond formation between these two carbons, so that generates a double bond. Now, when we do a similar reaction in methanol solvent, when we do a similar reaction in methanol solvent, this is the 4-member ring, and we also have some ethyl group here. What do we expect? We do expect this molecule to undergo alpha cleavage here. There is also a possibility for alpha cleavage on the other side, but it is giving a secondary radical, whereas this will give you a primary radical. Because secondary radical is more stable, this will undergo alpha cleavage here. Now, when it is undergoing alpha cleavage radical and we are having methanol as the solvent, then what happens? See, it is a bicyclic system, bridged bicyclic system. When it is undergoing alpha cleavage, this 6-member ring is not there. We have only this 5-member ring. Okay. On nitrogen, we have CO2Bn, and if these two substitute, these two groups are on same side, so it must give a cis product. It must give a cis product. Right. Now, what is happening when it is undergoing alpha cleavage? It is generating a secondary radical here. It is generating a radical on carbonyl carbon. Now, because of the availability of methanol solvent, the hydrogen radical can be picked up by this alkyl secondary radical so that it becomes saturated. Then methoxy radical will combine with carbonyl radical and the carbonyl carbon to give an ester. So it becomes an ester. See, in the previous case, in presence of benzene, it is abstracting a proton from the intramolecular abstraction of proton, so that generates aldehyde as well as alkene. In this case, it is abstracting a proton from the methanol. So this radical will pick up the hydrogen radical from methanol. So it becomes saturated. It is ethyl and this carbon, so it becomes propyl, right? This is the ethyl group and we have one more carbon here, so it becomes propyl. Now this carbonyl radical will combine with the methoxy radical so that it becomes an ester. Norrish type 2 cleavages or Norrish type 2 reactions. There shall be some more What are Norrish type 2 reactions? Norrish type 1 reactions are alpha cleavage, whereas Norrish type 2 reactions are alpha, gamma, beta bond cleavage. So in Norrish type 1 cleavage, we will have a bond breaking between the carbonyl carbon and the alpha carbon. But in this case, we will break the alpha gamma beta bond. When this molecule is treated under photochemical conditions, it is giving three different products: acetophenone, beauty, and plus this product. Out of these products, these two are major and this is the minor product. I will explain what are these things. For Norrish type 2 cleavage, what is important is a gamma hydrogen, alpha, beta, gamma. So if we have a gamma hydrogen to the carbonyl carbon, then those compounds will probably undergo Norrish type 2 cleavages. I will explain how. When we pass light onto the carbonyl, carbonyl is the first one to excite. So it generates and we have a gamma hydrogen. So first it will undergo excitation to generate a radical on oxygen, radical on carbon. Then we have a gamma hydrogen. See, the gamma hydrogen is like a 6-member transition state: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So gamma hydrogen is a sterically proximate hydrogen for the oxygen radical. So oxygen radical can easily pick up this hydrogen radical because it is involving a 6-member transition. So it is a, just give me a moment. So when we have gamma hydrogen, it is a sterically proximate hydrogen to oxygen radical. So oxygen radical can easily pick up this hydrogen radical. It generates radical of these two kinds. Now, if they undergo dimerization, they'll give this product, right? 1, 2, 3, 4-member ring. But this is not the major product here. Here, what will happen is it will undergo alpha gamma beta bond cleavage. So that means here this bond will undergo cleavage. So the two radicals which are generated here, one will combine with this to generate the enol, another will combine with this to give this product. Okay. So when it is giving, so this is the enol plus this is the another product. Now this enol can be tautomerized to the acetophenol. This will be, so this is the major product. Okay, so these two are the major product because it is a Norris type 2 cleavage where a gamma, if a gamma hydrogen is available, then it can easily undergo alpha comma beta bond cleavage to generate this product. Okay, whereas this dimerization, it is a minor product. Yeah, please take the notes. When this molecule is treated under photochemical conditions, again it is giving two different products. Of course, one is expected. It is the dimerization of the 1,4 radicals which are generated after the abstraction of hydrogen alpha, beta, gamma. So here the hydrogen here will be extracted by oxygen, abstracted by oxygen, so that the generated radical here and the radical here 1, 2, 3, 4, they will undergo dimerization to give the 4-member ring. But of course, that is not the major product in Norris type 2 cleavage. What is important is breaking of this alpha comma beta bond, alpha comma beta bond, so that it gives the carbonide plus, and the remaining part is only 2 carbon, so it becomes alkene. So this is the product here. Now I'll give you a different example where we can see a variety of product formation. This molecule, when it is treated with phenyl lithium, of course, Grignard reagents cannot react with carboxylic acids. That means they cannot undergo nucleophilic addition to carboxylic acids. But lithium reagents are very, very strong nucleophiles, so they can easily add to carboxylic acids to generate the ketones. Right. When this ketone is undergoing a photochemical transformation, then what is the product? This reaction is treated in benzene. Right. It is giving two products. This product, it is around 66% plus we also have a bridged system where this product is around 30%. Now you just try how these two products were formed. I'll explain it a little later. So let me explain it very quickly. This is alpha, beta, gamma carbons. So the hydrogen here can be extracted by oxygen so that it will have an alpha beta bond breaking. So that is what the product here. But if the radical here and the radical here will undergo combination, 1, 2, 3, 4-member ring, 1, 2, 3, 4-member ring. So these two undergo dimerization, that will give this product. If it undergoes Norris type 2 reaction, that will give the product. So these two are normal common products only.